Discipline isn't about grand, sweeping changes. It's about making small, manageable choices every day that align with your long-term goals, even when it's challenging or inconvenient. Often, we fall into the trap of trying to overhaul our lives in a single, intense push, only to lose steam and motivation quickly. Instead, building discipline is a gradual process that thrives on consistency, self-awareness, and small habits. In this video, you will discover 9 effective steps to cultivate discipline in your life. Each step is designed to be practical and achievable, emphasizing the importance of small actions and consistent habits. Here's what you'll learn. Start with tiny habits you can control. A lot of people try to overhaul their entire life in one go. That's a quick way to burn out. Instead, pick one tiny habit to start building discipline around. Let's say you want to improve your fitness, but don't exercise regularly. Commit to something ridiculously small to begin, like doing 10 push-ups every morning, just 10 every day. This seems simple, but it trains your brain to follow through on a commitment. Consider expanding your tiny habits to other areas, like drinking an extra glass of water daily or reading 1 page of a book. Once these small actions become a no-brainer, you can build on them. The key here is to not underestimate these small actions. When you do them daily, they build momentum, and you start proving to yourself that you can stick to things. Set clear, non-negotiable goals. Discipline flounders when goals are vague. Get crystal clear about what you're aiming for and why. Let's say you want to read more. Instead of saying, "I want to read every day," try, "I'll read 5 pages every night before bed." Make it a set time, a set place, and stick to it like you're clocking into work. The non-negotiable part is key. Write these goals down and revisit them regularly to reinforce your commitment. Commit to it, like brushing your teeth. It's not up for debate. If you're tired, still read those 5 pages. If you're busy, find 5 minutes for it. The point is to teach your mind that your goals aren't optional. Over time, this builds an unbreakable habit. Create a system for accountability. Find someone to check in with or use a tracking system. Maybe it's a friend who's also working on a goal, or a simple habit tracker app. Every time you check off a day that you followed through, you're reinforcing the habit. If you're not into apps, grab a calendar and a marker. Every day you hit your target, mark an X on that day. Watch the chain of X's grow, and don't break it. Consider exploring different forms of accountability, like online communities, accountability partners, or coaches, to find what works best for you. The visual reinforcement of seeing that chain build up can be really motivating. It's a classic strategy, but works wonders for staying consistent. Embrace the 2-minute rule. This is one of the simplest and most powerful tricks to get started on days when you don't feel like it. Whatever you want to work on, just do it for 2 minutes. For example, if you're trying to journal every morning, tell yourself to just write for 2 minutes. If you're aiming to keep your workspace clean, spend 2 minutes tidying it. You can apply this rule to various goals: studying, exercising, or even meditating. Once you start, you'll often find yourself going longer than 2 minutes. But even if you don't, you've still followed through. The 2-minute rule takes away the mental resistance and helps you start, which is often the hardest part. Build pain tolerance with cold showers. This might sound a little intense, but it's an easy daily practice that builds mental toughness. Start with a 30-second cold shower every morning. It doesn't have to be freezing, but cool enough to feel uncomfortable. This exercise is less about physical benefits and more about training yourself to push through discomfort. If you have health concerns, consult a healthcare provider before trying cold showers. Discipline is, at its core, about doing things you don't want to do because you know they're good for you. Cold showers give you an immediate, controlled way to practice this. Plus, it's an instant boost to your day. If you can handle the shock of cold water, you're building resilience that spills over into other parts of your life. Practice delaying small pleasures. This is a great way to develop discipline in managing desires and distractions. For example, if you're craving a snack, set a timer for 15 minutes. Tell yourself that if you still want it after the timer goes off, then you can have it. Often, you'll find that the craving passes before the timer is up. The same can go for checking your phone or social media. Set a specific time to check it each day instead of constantly scrolling. By practicing delayed gratification in small ways, you're building your capacity to focus on what really matters and manage impulses. Consider techniques like mindful breathing or distraction methods to effectively handle cravings. Reflect on what you did each day. At the end of each day, take 5 minutes to reflect. What did you do well? Where did you fall short? Don't judge yourself too harshly. Just notice. This reflection builds awareness, which is crucial for discipline. Over time, you'll start noticing patterns. You'll see what throws you off and when you're at your best. To guide your reflection, consider asking yourself specific questions like, what was my biggest challenge today? Or, what can I improve tomorrow? This isn't a theoretical exercise. It's a practical tool for course correcting every day. When you see improvement, it reinforces the effort you're putting in, helping you stay motivated. Rest and recovery as discipline. Here's one that's often overlooked. Discipline doesn't mean pushing yourself into burnout. Part of discipline is recognizing when you need a break and honoring that. If you're exhausted, take a day to recharge. Normalize rest as a part of productivity, not a sign of weakness. Listen to your body. You'll be more consistent over the long term when you pace yourself instead of burning out by going all in every single day. Celebrate small wins. Every time you complete a goal, even a small one, give yourself a little credit. This could be as simple as acknowledging it mentally or taking 5 minutes to reward yourself with something you enjoy. Consider creative ways to celebrate, like treating yourself to a favorite snack, enjoying a hobby, or sharing your success with friends. Celebrating small wins helps you feel the reward of discipline, which motivates you to keep going. Remember, discipline is less about grand gestures and more about making intentional choices every day, even when it's hard or inconvenient. Start small, stay consistent, and you'll see real results over time. Be patient with yourself. This journey is gradual, and every step forward counts.